games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lamb. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to go up top on first down. Punts it out of the air. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. Well, they wasted no time making sure that their star touched the ball and felt the game early.
And how about the defense? You've been game planning for this guy all week long. You knew they were going to feature him. The first play, you give up a play to him. That DC's over there scratching his head and saying some words that I can't say on the airway.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick release by the QB. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup.
Oh, he's got some space. Allowed and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Release to the back. Complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Scarlet Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll set up the throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Just keep slinging it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Fitted in the window for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. That's caught. It's Jones. Good, solid tackle.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down. When it matters the most, you can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Open field on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play for a snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's McNabb. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's open on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. Now the toss. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And he kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
It's McNabb. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
And off to Jones. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Eagles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third. Caught near the sticks. It's Dawkins. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll run it again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. Well, after the quarterback put the ball on the deck, he went into damage control mode and was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, he's really lucky. You remember, quarterbacks, they're not practicing the same ball security as running backs are, per se, each and every week in practice, but that's no excuse. That quarterback has got to do a better job holding on to the ball.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Coming out with it, it's Lamb. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Right on the money. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it. Oh, there's an alley to the left. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Lamb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. Grips it inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. turning it on. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now. Early in their 1st possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. On the move. Got the 1st down and more. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the 1st play to the end of the 4th quarter.
2nd down coming up. Quickly to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
There he goes. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Touchdown, Georgia Southern. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. He's brought down the 1 a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Scarlet Knights are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. With jet sweep pass.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And they take for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Temple. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the wide receiver. And off to Jones. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got him.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab deep. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. The give from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Look out, he's got room. Oh, out of space. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter, and this defense will start the 4th on its heels. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. He's looking to pass. Going for 6. Looking for the goal line. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Eagles. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lamb. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And the big game, they've got it on the 46.
Man, let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man. Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the air on second down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Wants to throw again. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Reads it, fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Eagles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We worked on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And some room to work. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. To the air on 1st down. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're going hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the 1st down, yes, but also getting out of bounds to try and preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
You just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Caught over the middle. It's Dawkins. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to pass. Touchdown, Eagles! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a point.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And the defense drags him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Fleming. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down.
Get high! Get high! Get high! Get high!
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Scarlet Knights headed quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to go up top. Going for it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the foot.
Makes the grab, pass to Marker. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen.